My 12-month action plan to get you to make over $250,000 in 2023. So if you want to make over $250,000 a year in under 12 months, this is going to be the perfect action plan, step by step, regardless of your budget, for you to make over $250,000 this year. Now, in wholesaling real estate, this is completely possible, but there's one thing you have to understand. This business is hard work. If you're expecting to make over $250,000 a year by sitting on your butt all day, making excuses, and not actually doing the work, this is not going to be the thing for you. But if you're actually a motivated individual and you want to actually get into wholesaling real estate with no money or some money in marketing at all, this is going to be the perfect tutorial for you. So before I break it down, before I give you thousands of dollars of real estate wholesaling game, do me a favor, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and let's get into it. So if you want to look at the smartest, most efficient route to making $250,000 a year in wholesaling real estate, really it comes down to doing 20 deals. I think when I look at the entire wholesaling real estate market and I look at all the markets around the United States, an average deal margin of around $12,500 is pretty average. You're going to have some $20,000 deals. Heck, you're going to have some $5,000 deals. But overall, if you're doing the methods I talked about today, you should get about 20 deals at $12,500 average a deal, and that'll hit you at $250,000 a year. So the goal here is not that $250,000. The actual goal here is doing 20 real estate wholesaling deals. And once we start looking at that, we can start opening our mind to making an action plan. Most beginners out here, they think, oh my gosh, $250,000, that's all I want to do, that's all I'm focused on, and that's all they care about. And when you only care about that section, that's all you focus on, the money. And you're focusing on the results, which is the cash. That's what we all love. But what you really need to do is focus on the action. Remember guys, action equals results. So stop focusing on the results so much and focus on the action, what you need to do. This is why I'm giving you a complete action plan today. So when I look at doing 20 real estate wholesaling deals, that's actually going to equate to doing 40 appointments, and 40 appointments is going to equate to around 100 offers. Now let's break this down for a second. If I want to do 20 deals, I'm probably going to have a 50% closing rate, especially as a beginner on my real estate wholesaling appointments. So that means I'm going to have to set up 40 appointments and I'm going to get 20 contracts signed from there, which is going to lead to 20 deals. Now with appointments, maybe you have a 75 or 70% closing rate, but some deals might have to fall apart. So honestly, just conservatively keeping it all together, if you do about 40 appointments in person, you should get around 20 wholesaling deals closed. And on top of that, we're going to add in some virtual stuff. Really, if you look at the entire picture, 20 deals is really going to come down to 100 qualified offers, not unqualified offers or offers that have sellers that actually aren't really that motivated to sell, but actually qualified leads that want to sell their property. You either give it an offer over the phone or you give it in person, but around 100 offers on qualified leads should land you those 20 deals. And remember, if you want to learn exactly how to close sellers virtually over the phone or in person, just go to my free real estate wholesaling course, freewholesaling.com, and I'll show you exactly how to do it step by step. And so probably one of the most common questions I do get is, okay, Zach, I know I got to do 20 deals, and you keep telling me, okay, don't focus on the results so much. I got to focus on the action. What action do I have to take? How many leads do I have to pull to get 20 real estate wholesaling deals? Well, I'm making you a 12-month action plan today. And honestly, in this action plan, let's break down in the next 12 months, if you want to make $250,000 in wholesaling, how many leads you're going to have to pull. Now, if you're going to do paid lists, these are lists you get from listrei.com or zacday.com. These are the high equity, the vacants, and really all the type of leads that get offered when you pay for a service to go get these lists. You're probably going to need around 60,000 of these leads in 12 months, which really comes down to about 3,000 leads per wholesaling deal. Which I know 60,000 seems like a lot, but when you look at it's only 3,000 for one, it's not that terrible. Now, on the other hand, if you want to do a lot less and you don't want to pay for this information, you can do another route. Now, the paid list route, because it's so easy and accessible for anyone to go pay for a list and get this information, all you gotta do is really click a button, pay for the list, and you get it, which means it's very easy. That means a list like that can get very saturated very quickly. Unlike an earned list, where you actually have to earn it. No one can go out here and hand it out. You can't buy this list. You actually have to go out here and earn it. You can't buy an Olympic medal. You actually have to go out here and train and earn it. You need a lot less leads to get one deal, But in exchange for that, you actually have to work a lot harder, either by paying someone to work hard or you working hard to go earn that list, or doing what we call a government list. This is a list you get from your government that is completely free. The problem with this is you have to actually go out here and request the list, pull it, go to the county clerk of the court, the sheriff's office, the utility department, the fire department, and really get all these crazy, amazing lists like the code violations, water shutoffs, fire damaged properties, tax delinquencies, liens, etc. But on average, if we're talking about a government list or what we call an earned list, it's going to take around 10 to 20,000 of these leads. Now, this is because some of them are a lot different than others. Like a Drying for Dollars lead, it's probably going to take 400 or 500 of those type of leads, especially if you're going to reverse Drying for Dollars for it to get one wholesaling deal. But if you do a list like the liens, where it's a little more saturated, a little more easy to get, it might take 1,000 or 1,500 leads to get a deal. Now, if any of these lists seem very confusing or daunting or weird that I just said, make sure you do go to my free wholesaling course, freewholesaling.com, and I'll teach you exactly step-by-step how to pull these lists absolutely for free. Yeah, I'm saying it right. It costs no money to pull these wholesaling real estate leads. Okay, so let's do the math here. You just heard me say it takes about 10 to 20,000 government or earned lists to make $250,000 a year in wholesaling. Well, if you do the math here, it really comes down to you actually make around $25 for every government list you pull, every cold call you make, or every sticky note you put out for reverse Drying for Dollars. That sounds pretty darn good. So if you think about it like that, if I'm getting paid 20 bucks just to find a Drying for Dollars lead, you're gonna be in your car for 8-9 hours a day. But most people don't look at it like that. If you kind of reverse engineer the thought process of it, it just takes that many leads to do it, you'll do well. I don't know one guy that's done 10,000 Drying for Dollars leads that hasn't gotten his first or second real estate wholesaling deal. It doesn't work like that. Unless your script is so terrible and you don't listen to stuff I say at freewholesaling.com, you're bound to become successful. Like I've said before, it's all hard work, it's all dedication, and it's all you going out here and taking the action that you need for wholesaling success. And so the last and most important part is, what is my action plan? I know how many leads to pull, but what do I do? What's my split? How do I do my schedule? What's my daily schedule gonna look like? And I'm gonna give you exactly what to do, and it might be a little disappointing, but it also might be very motivating for you. I'm not your mommy, I'm not your daddy. You don't have to get up at 3 a.m., take a cold plunge, and start cold calling 5,000 sellers every single day to become successful. This is not what you need to become a successful wholesaler. The thing that's actually gonna lead you to success is this thing called consistent action. If you can consistently take action every single day to get the ball rolling, to talking to motivated sellers at a good enough volume consistently over time, you will become successful. It's just like working out. If you work out for 16 hours for 1 day a month, and then you get burnt out and then you don't work out for 2 months, and then you do it all over again in this weird vicious binge working out cycle, you're never gonna do well. If you're the guy that works out an hour a day, 3 or 4 days a week, and you can consistently do that for a year, you'll do a lot better. It's not about how hard you work in 1 day, but it's how hard you can work long enough time horizon, and that compounds your success. This is why in 6 years, my growth and skills in wholesaling has only compounded and doubled every single year because I consistently did the work. Now, yes, I worked a lot in the beginning, but I always stayed consistent and I never stopped. So that is the key. Now, if you're looking for a good daily schedule, I highly recommend my 3-1-1 split for wholesaling real estate, which basically means for every 5 hours of work you do, you need to do a 3-1-1 split. Basically, that means that for every 5 hours, 3 of those hours needs to be used for marketing. This is for pulling lists, cold calling motivated sellers, texting, direct mail, whatever you're doing for your marketing. Heck, even skip tracing sellers on TruePeopleSearch.com. But those 3 hours have to be dedicated to marketing only. Now, that extra hour is going to be used for follow-ups, acquisitions, closing sellers, and getting deals done. And then the other hour there is just for cash buyers, selling your deals, finding more cash buyers, networking with realtor cash buyers, whatever it takes to get deals sold, and finding good areas your cash buyers want and qualifying them. And then you keep the ball rolling all the stinking time. Now, if you're working 40 hours a week, you just multiply everything basically by 8, and that's how you do it. So 24 hours for marketing, 8 hours for acquisitions, and 8 hours for cash buyers. Now, on top of that too, I will also highly recommend for you to go out here and listen to the content that I give out on this YouTube channel. You're already doing it, so you're doing a great job. But I'll tell you, you can actually be sometimes more efficient with this. So maybe if you're working out or you're doing a boring manual task like skip tracing on TruePeopleSearch.com, listen to some old Flip with Rick videos or old videos on this YouTube channel of me talking about a topic that you need to learn a little more about. For example, I might have a hour live where I talk about closing sellers and acquisitions, but you got to skip trace or you're going to work out for an hour, go listen to that YouTube video of me talking about that topic for an hour while you're working out or while you're doing something. So you gain an extra hour of knowledge. That knowledge you get compounds, but you have to take action with it. So that's why I love it when I have to go out here and do like a 1 hour car drive, and I feel like it's a waste of time because I gotta drive an hour out and drive an hour back. But if I listen to Wholesaling Real Estate Knowledge, it was actually a very educational and very productive hour or two of me driving. So yes, it's best to consume these type of videos actually watching me taking notes and looking at the graphics and all that great stuff on the screen. But I do highly recommend you listen to maybe the longer videos that are like a year or two older, just in the background while you're doing manual tasks so you can skill up and gain a bunch of knowledge. And really guys, if you can consistently do the work every single day, you will become successful. Work on that 3-1-1 approach and make sure if you want to get into wholesaling and actually learn the knowledge you need to know to become successful, guys, I can teach you the knowledge and what to do and how to do it, but it's ultimately up to you to go out here and do the work that you need to do. You know what you have to do. You know you have to work hard. You know that you have to go out here and take consistent action every single day to beat your competition and become the best man or woman you are. So the question isn't, do I need to work hard or what to do? All that stuff's already done. I already showed you how many leads you have to pull, what type of leads to pull, where to go to learn actually how to go out here and do your marketing, your acquisitions, your cash buyers. The only question is, how hard are you going to work next week and this week on becoming the best wholesaler possible and making $250,000 this year? Ultimately, that's up to you to decide. I'm rooting for you. I believe in you. I know you can do it. If you have air in your lungs, spirit in your heart, you can go out here and make over $250,000 a year, or heck, millions of dollars a year if you just put your mind into it. I'm living proof as a 17-year-old broke kid 6 years ago that consistently took action and became the person I am today, that if I can do it, you can do the same exact thing. Guys, make sure you like this video and subscribe if you got any value. Make sure you go to freewholesaling.com, watch all the videos, not only part of them, or maybe this video, I'm gonna skip this one, watch all the videos. I actually intentionally put all the videos in place in certain orders for you to get the best knowledge possible, and I'll see you guys soon. This is Zach Ginn signing out. Have a blessed one.